In this exercise tutorial, I'm going to be taking you through a same side barbell forward lunge. So simply this means we're doing all of our repetitions on one side as opposed to alternating with each repetition. I've done a separate video on that should you want that exercise tutorial. Now firstly, because I'm going to be doing this on a squat rack, the squat rack is a very intimidating bit of kit for a lot of beginners in the gym. So firstly, we need to know how to set this up safely and how to set it up for you. Now, when we're coming into a squat rack, you're going to have these hopefully either side. And the setup of these, I'm going to show you a vague setup. Hopefully then it gives you enough tools to be able to do the exercise, where you're going to bring yourself into a position where you're standing next to the little catch here that you're going to put the barbell in. Make sure it's slightly below the top of your shoulder. That's going to give you enough clearance to bring the barbell off, but not too much where you're coming into either this position way too low, awkwardly trying to bring the barbell up, or alternatively where you're on your tiptoes trying to hoik the barbell into position. There's nothing worse than that. So the position of the catch is make sure it's slightly below the top of your shoulder. Make sure it's even on both sides. If you're thinking, Travis, I have no idea how to even set that up, it's not a problem at all. If you've got one of the new machines in your gym, you would pop the pin out, so they're called smart locks. You pop the pin out and you can slide it up and down. If you've got the more old school squat racks, what you have to do is you essentially won't have the pin lock, but you have to slide it up and out to bring it out, and you have to slide it in and down to bring it into a position that is suitable for you. What you then can do is you can look at the numbers. So on here, the numbers are actually at the front of the machine. Sometimes they're at the side. And you can make sure the numbers marry up on both sides. So you've not got one side that's higher than the other, which is incredibly easy to do. And you will do it at some point when you use a squat rack. Now I'm going to place the bar in position. Again, make sure the bar is nice and in line. You've not got it lopsided in terms of it's not off center. And then from this position, I'm now going to come underneath the bar and I'm going to put it on my back. So what I want you to do is with your hand, feed the hand down your back and you'll start to then notice a bony part of your back. So it's where the scapula is. Now that's too low, so bring your fingers just slightly up off that bone, and that is where this barbell is going to be on your back. It's not where the neck is, it's not really high. So I'm going to bring my hoodie up so you can see. That would be the position of my barbells. Okay? So when the barbell's in that position, I then place my hands either side. People that are smaller are going to have a narrower grip. Those with either poor mobility with their shoulder, or alternatively those that are taller are going to have a wider grip. I've taken quite a few steps back here from the squat rack, which gives me enough room to be able to do my lunges. I'm going to do all my lunges on my left side here. So I'm going to bring my left leg forwards. Imagine that you're coming into a kneeling position with the back leg, so you're dropping it down. My chest stays up and I push forcefully off that front leg to return me back to my start position. Now, once you've done your repetitions on one side, you do exactly the same on the other. Again, always keeping a nice solid core, looking up at all times, chests up, and I'm pulling this bar down as I'm doing my repetitions. Once you've done, you set the barbell back and you would repeat that for your desired amount of sets and reps.